In this video, I'm starting a new series where I'm going through the Woodpecker Method using this site I built out, Chess. So it gives me a chance to, first of all, study chess and also see what features are missing in this website. So I am going through the chess step method. I'm up to the third one. So I'm going to put 30 minutes on the clock and just try to get through all the flashcards, or as many as I can. And I also want to note down any features or bugs that I run into. So yeah, let's get to it. I have 248 cards remaining. So let's try to get it into below 200s. Okay, so we have black to play. We have a bishop and two rooks against a bishop and two rooks. White has a weak back rank. I'm looking at king f8, rook takes e8, king takes e8, rook e2 check. Doesn't look like that's it. I feel like we can take advantage of the weak back rank. So I'm looking at instead king f6, and if rook takes e8, we have rook f1 mate. And if king f6, rook d6 check, bishop takes d6, and we're still threatening mate. So yeah, let's go with king f6. All the other king moves runs into checks. For example, king e6 or king e7 run into rook d2. Okay, king f6. Black to play. White's about to promote. I do see we have c6, and if b8, queen, bishop f4 check, king e5, king e6, and then bishop b1. But what's the difference? Why can't I play bishop f4 right now? So bishop f4 check, king d5, and if c6 check, king takes c5. Again, I think it goes from a win to a draw. So yeah, c6. There's a lot of stuff happening. So h takes g4 runs into h takes g5. No, h takes g4, queen takes g5 is forced. And I don't see a win there. Queen takes g4. Queen takes g5. I don't see the win there. Black's dark square bishop is loose. Let's look at our checks. Bishop h7, king h7, queen d3 check, king h8. There's nothing. And if we go queen e6 check, bishop takes, there's nothing there. So looking at captures, we already looked at queen takes g4, queen takes g5. Queen takes g5, hg. I don't see anything. And if right now h takes g4, queen takes g5, I don't see it. Looking for attacks. I mean, f3. Oh, f3. The pawn's pinned. What about bishop takes h6? Knight takes h6. Queen h5. So after bishop takes, queen takes, and queen takes g4. We're up a pawn there, but there should be more. What about knight a4? Bishop b6. What about bishop g6? Is that queen? It's a little uncomfortable. But then queen takes g6. Yeah. Hmm. And it could be this is a, a defense puzzle. I do notice f2 is attacked multiple times. Yeah, don't know about this one. If I had to pick, I'll probably do queen takes g4. Yeah. Bishop e3. Hmm. Okay, so bishop e3. Interesting. Okay, so we can't play, black can't go knight takes e3 because if queen takes h5. But after bishop e3, bishop takes e3. Queen takes e3. Knight f6. Yeah, what's the big deal? Okay, so let's play this out. Bishop e3, bishop takes. Uh, H takes, say queen moves, and then hmm, we're up a piece here. How did that happen? So H doesn't work because the queen gets out. Okay. So I'm trying to understand the theme, the pattern here. So bishop e3, our bishop isn't on pre anymore. And if bishop takes, we have this intermezzo. Okay, and previously black could play queen takes g5 and keep the material. Okay, that's a nice one. Okay, next. Um, Two minor pieces, rook and queen. Do you realize if I have queen g3, that could be pretty good. So I'm looking at pawn to e3, bishop takes, pawn, then queen g3 check, king h1, and rook f2. Okay, so if e4, there's a knight takes e4. Now queen g3 is met with knight takes g3. Also looking at rook f3, king f3, e4 check, knight takes, e4, queen g3 mate, pawn takes on e4, queen g3 mate, and if king takes on e4, queen f4 mate. King takes on e4. I mean, that cannot be good. Queen c6 check. King e5. And bishop g3. So I'm liking rook f3. Queen f8. Queen f8. I see the point. Light square bishop's pinned. But why not rook f3? King takes. e4 check. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had queen g3 here. But yeah, knight takes. Okay, understood. So we want to play queen f8, threatening the rook, threatening the bishop. There's no way to add another defender. I they move out of the way. We have rook takes, queen takes, king h1. Um, what comes after? I was gonna say bishop g3, but then queen g1. So the engine wants knight d5. Okay, so if pawn takes, we have queen f3, king g1, bishop f2, king h2, queen g3, king h1. Wow, okay. Wow. Okay, queen f8. So I have to recognize the pressure on f3. I was sort of there, recognizing rook takes f3. Okay, next up. So queen h3, king g1, knight e2, but then queen e2. Queen h3, king g1, queen h2 check, king f1, queen h1 mates. Okay, so queen h3, king e1, queen h1, knight f1. Hmm. Yeah, queen h3 looks natural, but I could see that not being the move. So queen h3, king e1. So I've tried queen h1 check, but after knight f1, don't see the follow-up. After queen h3, king e1, looking at queen takes d3, hoping for queen b1 check, but that runs into knight takes. I'm gonna go queen h3. Okay, bishop h2. I saw this. Uh, so it, hmm, bishop h2 threatens queen g1. What about Bishop h2, king e1. Ah, there's queen d1. Okay, I see. So looking at bishop h2, king e1, queen d1. Say they do a nothing move, we have queen g1. Okay, so bishop h2 keeps the queen here. So queen d1 is still possible, and it also threatens queen g1. Okay, next. Looks like a mate in two. So if this is a mate in two, it can't be rook h8 because of b5 check, and I don't have mate. So there's some type of zugzwang here, because if it's black to play, let's say they play b5, a takes b5, and it's mate. What if they play b6? So because of that, we play a5 ourselves. So if a5, b6, a takes b, and that's mate, and a5, b5, en passant, mate, and a5, king a4, rook a2 mate. So, nice. Okay, upon endgame, immediately I just wonder, why can't I play h4? So h4, c4, h5, c3 check, king d1. Okay, so that's why you can't play h4. Fair. So king d3, stop c4, king g3, king b3, h4, c4 check. King d3 looks like the move, but after king b3, yeah, not sure. King d3. But why? King d3, king b3. So now the question is, am I just looking at a draw? Let's say h4, c4 check, king down, king down, h5, c3 check. Yeah, too slow. King b3, king d2. Yeah, king b2, king d3. But why can't black play c4? Because of king c1, fair. And king b2. Okay, so that's why we play this little opposition game. So king d3, king b3, king c2, and as soon as black plays c4, king c1 shuts it down. Nice. Next. This feels like another mate in two. So if my queen was on b4, sorry, my pawn wasn't there. If my pawn wasn't there, queen b3 would be mate. Um, Queen f8, ab. Hmm. It's just raw calculation at this point. Um, Looking at king c3, ab. No, king c3, a takes b4, queen takes b4, checkmate. But king c3, king a3. Hmm. And I don't see a mate. b5 doesn't do much. B takes a5, king takes a5. Hmm. Queen a8 pins the pawn, king b5. Queen takes a5. Queen e8 check, king takes pawn. Nothing. Yeah, let's take a look. Queen b6. Quiet move. Queen b6. And if ab, queen a6 is mate. Queen b6, king a3. And queen takes a5, mate. Okay, queen b6. Interesting. Okay, next. And with just step three, I know the last 100 problems or so are just made in twos, so that should be fun. Okay, three pieces against the queen and a rook. I see perpetual, knight c7 check, king b1, king b8, knight e8 check. Yeah, so knight c7. There's a timer. Let me try to finish this one off. Um, yeah, so I'm looking at removal of the guard ideas, like knight c8, trying to get rid of the queen. But then bishop takes c8. Yeah, so that doesn't really work. Bishop takes, bishop takes, rook takes, rook takes. Wait, does it work? Knight c8, bishop takes c8, bishop takes c8. No, there's no threat. The rook is loose. The rook on d1 is loose. The rook on c7 is vulnerable. One attacker, one defender. The queen looks very precarious. Interesting. Knight c6, and if pawn takes c6, queen d1, check. Knight c6, rook takes, and bishop takes. We're up in exchange. Is that even winning? Hmm. So knight c6, pawn takes c6, queen d1 check, bishop f1, rook b8, like that. Yeah, knight c6. Nice. That likes queen c2. Why not rook b1? Okay, knight d2, queen takes. Okay, but with queen c2, okay, e4, bishop e6. Hmm. Okay, cool. So that was a 30-minute woodpecker session. Didn't do as much as I wanted to, but I got a chance to show this website. So again, this is Sap Chess. If anyone's interested, feel free to contact me on YouTube. What we have is a community generated collection of flashcards that people can do the woodpecker method on, and working on some features such as importing your blunders from Lichess to create your own cards from that. After going through this, some things I do want to work on is adding a timer feature. I don't want to spend more than 2 minutes on a position with the woodpecker method, at least. So that would be nice. And then for doing it on desktop, probably adding some keyboard controls to do the show answer and the next. That'd be nice. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Bye.